All right, everyone watching this a little early. I'm just going to give it some time to let people come on into the feeds. As always, I am live on Mac Masterminds. I'm live on Reselling is Life, and I'm live on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to sit on Mac Masterminds. I will be jumping back and forth just to see if there's anyone watching and so forth. But we're going to give it a little bit of time just to see if people can come on in. This is an announcement video. It's about something I used to do back in the day, and I'll tell you how I got into that back in the day and why I decided to do it now. But I see that we got Richard is joined. How you doing? That's on Mac Masterminds. Reselling for Life doesn't have anybody yet, and YouTube has one. So this is going to be a video that anyone can click on and watch afterwards anyways. And I want to talk about radio. I used to have a radio show that was on the internet. It went through BlogTalk Radio. It was called Herp Radio. As people don't know, I used to breed venomous snakes and other reptiles. I was very large in it. And I used to do a radio show on reptile hobby and reptile keeping and all that. And you can actually search for some of them on BlogTalk Radio. I did it twice. I did Herp Radio for the longest time, and then I just put it under my name, Gary Orner, because I forgot the password, and BlogTalk didn't have a way to recover the password back in the day. So I just started a new one, but just did it under my name. And it was fun. So what I'm going to be doing now today is we're going to be doing a reselling type radio show where I'm going to be calling people for interviews, setting them up, and stuff like that. Like we'll get flippers from the computer world. We'll get resellers that are on YouTube. Some of the big boys I'll try to get Pete on, and maybe the Rally Roots on and stuff like that. And we can interview them on this radio show. And what's the coolest thing is it's not just chat. There will be a chat room there, and I probably have to get moderators at the time and sometime in the future. I had to back in my old days. But there's a phone number that you can actually call in and ask these people a question. Now, there is some downfalls to BlogTalk Radio at this time. Back when I used to do it, it didn't cost very much. I think I remember it costing like $10 a month, and I could have like unlimited amount of listeners at a time. I could have unlimited amount of callers in at a time. Now I think I can have as many callers as I want. And you can go on to your computer and listen. Well, what's cool about BlogTalk Radio is if, let's say, you're out and about, and now with smartphones, it's not so bad. You can go to the website, but if you don't have unlimited data, you could actually call into the number, tell me, hey, I'm just listening, and listen through the call-in number. No joke, but it does take one of the callers away. And I think with the account I have, the free account, it's just free. It's just basic to see how this goes. I think I can have 50 callers. So what we're going to be talking about on there is everything from starting a business to, I mean, for the phone flippers, how to buy phones. We'll get the phone flippers on in interviews if they'll allow it. We'll get the everyday eBay resellers, the Poshmark resellers, the people that do it on Craigslist. And we're just going to dive deep into this. And who knows, you might be one of the people that we're going to interview and get on there and tell your story and tell what you do. And yes, I'm going to have advertisement spots on these radio podcasts. And I'll advertise your business. Let's say that you buy video games and you buy video games nationwide, or you want to sell video games nationwide, or you want to advertise your eBay's page or anything like that. You can do that. Now, all proceeds will go back into the show, because the bigger we get, the more money it can cost me. If we get big enough, I think they got like a patch like $300 a month for certain size radio shows. So I don't mind growing, but I don't want to put out $4,000 a year just to do some interviews. But that's something to talk about later. But if you want to advertise now, I do have advertisement packages, and your advertisement package will be set in stone as long as you keep it active. I'll have that all them details later. At this time, our shows can only be a half hour long until we go to the next step, and then I believe we can go 2 hours. We never can go over 3 hours, but a 3 hour show is a very long show. Half hour tends to be short. With me doing this, it seems like the 60-minute show tends to be the best show. But Blog Talk only records a half hour of our show. I believe we can just keep on going at live broadcast, but it doesn't record anything after a half hour right now. And then if we get to the 2 hour mark, when we get that package, it will record up to 2 hours, and then it will cut off the record, and we can just sit there and talk and jabber and all day long if we wanted to. It just doesn't record it to make it into a podcast where we can share it. Like I said, this is something that I used to do back in the day. I interviewed everyone from like Viper Keeper. If you want to look him up on YouTube, he's a very good friend of mine. I did Brian Barczyk. He used to be another bigger breeder. So people that went, curators at zoos and stuff like that, I would bring in, we'd interview them and bring the bigger breeders down to the hobbyists. That's what I did. So now what I'm going to do is bring the bigger sellers and bring them down to the newcomers and try to get all this stuff going. This is something that I really do enjoy. I really do enjoy radio. I like interviewing people and stuff like that. And the biggest part I like about this is it's not you looking at just my face. It's just you're going to hear our voices. So it's not going to be something to look at, but you get to hear our voices and you get to call in. You can call in with your questions. Now, like I said, with the half hour time frames, it will get tight. The next level, I'm very honest, you can look it up on Blog Talk. I think it's $30 a month, and we gain a lot of stuff for that $30 a month. So anyone that advertises in there, that's all it's going to go towards is building a website. It's going to go towards more time for the radio show, stuff like that. And we only get certain time frames we can go on. Like I'm going to be doing it at 10 p.m. Central Time, I believe. It was showing off like I tried to do one at 3 o'clock today. It was saying 3 o'clock, but it was coming up to 4 o'clock my time in Wisconsin. And the helper said, hey, your time zone's off. I went to time zones on. So I set it up for 10 p.m. my time, which is Central. But we'll see for sure tomorrow. I can't do anything before 10 p.m. unless it's like 5:30 and before. There's like windows. I can't do prime time right now. But if we get the funding to go ahead and do prime time, I don't mind doing it. And it's going to probably be a weekly show, not a daily show at this time. I got to pick a day. Right now, tomorrow seemed to work for me. But if I pick a time and a day and we all work together, I can make that schedule work. I can make sure that I'm here. So it's not that big a deal. And like I said, I don't think going over an hour shows a smart thing to do. I think keeping it to an hour would be great. But right now we're at a half hour time limit to have these shows. So doing like one interview would be great. With an hour show, we can probably do 2-3 interviews in that time frame, unless the one person gets talking. I've had it happen in the past where someone will be rambling like I do, and they take up other people's time slots. So we can do this. I can contact a lot of resellers, guys. I'm friends with a lot of them. The Craigslist Hunter on YouTube is a great guy. He is amazing. I know he'll do an interview on our show. I know Rally Roots would. Rockstar Flipper should be able to jump on and do a show with us. And these are people we can go back to also. I'm sure Jason of Mac Masterminds just started Mac Masterminds. He'll jump on eventually, and we'll do some interviews with him. And as long as everyone wants to work together, we can get these things done. And like I said, we're going to be doing some advertisements. I'm thinking we'll do some 15-second advertisement windows and 30-second advertisement windows, something like that to keep them short and sweet. And hopefully the ROI for you guys that do advertise is there, so you guys keep advertising and our show can grow. I'm not looking to make a profit from this. I'm not looking to do anything like that. I'm donating my time. So any advertisement that we get for it, we'll just go back into the show, making the show better, and I'll build a website, all that good stuff. and put all this out there, all the information, all the podcasts that I do, all the YouTube shows I do, all the information stuff like a bill of sale. I have a bill of sale that's been looked over by a lawyer. I'm going to offer that up here really soon for nothing. For nothing. I got like 40 to 50 different business forms that you can just edit, put your name into it, and it works. I'm going to release all that for free. I don't want anything for it. It's totally fine. I've had lawyers look them over and say, yes, this will stand up in court. You might want to print it out and then take it to a lawyer to get, advice in your state, in your area, because state laws do change. But the bill of sale is one thing that I know is good nationwide. Stuff like that, it's going to be free for everybody. But this is going to be stuff that we're going to be doing. And what I want to do is if we get, and I used to do this on Herp Radio, I used to have so much proceeds that I would have like a petty cash fund. And I used to buy stuff and do giveaways for people listening and calling in, like, oh, you're the 8th caller and blah, blah, blah. You're going to win this. And I would buy it, like signed books from reptile breeders I used to do for them. I haven't figured out what we'll do for us, but maybe we'll do repair toolkits for cell phones or repair toolkits for computers. Maybe we'll give away an actual computer to resell or a phone to resell. Maybe we'll have like an iPhone 7 or 8 and give it away and you can keep it or resell it. Stuff like that. Or maybe we'll do a hosting package. That's something I thought about. Like, we'll give away hosting packages. You get 1 year of hosting, and we'll pay for it with a domain name and everything, and you get it for 1 year just to get you started. And that'd be from the advertisement that we make off this. Like I said, I don't want to make any money off of it. Yes, the proceeds will go to my PayPal. That's the only way I can think to do it right now. But I'll put them proceeds aside and we'll up the radio show. And like I said, we'll buy some cool stuff to give away on the show. Because eventually I know the advertisement dollars will overdo what it will cost. I mean, I think at the time I was bringing in like $800 to $900 a month in advertisement with Herp Radio, and it wasn't costing me that much. So I just started like giving away stuff. Like, seriously, I would buy pairs of snakes and say, here, these 2-ball pythons are up for grabs. Seriously. Because I'm not looking to make money. I do very well myself. I do very well. So I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to give my knowledge and learn also. If I'm going to be bringing these people in for interviews, I'm going to learn also. So I put the link in the description. It's on BlogTalk Radio. I'm working on getting the site built, the actual website, Reselling is Life. I'm doing it under Reselling is Life. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. If you do not tune in live, you can go in and listen to it after the show's over. That's what's really cool about this BlogTalk Radio, and I kind of want to keep it on this platform, even though it is kind of expensive. It keeps them all. So let's say we bring in, let's say Pete from Chicago, and he has a shop, and he talks about how he built his shop and how he went about, or how he sells on eBay the correct way, and you want to reference that later, you can go back to it at any time. I still have old shows from my reptile days on there. So, guys, this is a really big deal. Like I said, I want people to participate. I would like for people to call in, have fun. If you guys got questions for me, call in and ask. Just don't be upset when I say I don't know. I won't tell you something I don't know. I won't make it up. So if you ask me saying, I don't know what I don't know, so I can't make up a question. What's the voltage on a certain computer? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But this is going to be a fun thing, guys. It's going to be a radio show. No one else is doing anything like this in the flipping world. It's kind of funny when I say flipping world. It sounds like I'm cussing about it. But anyways, it's for cell phones, video games, all that. I'm going to get video game resellers on here. I know that they're not really big on this, but I'm going to get some up here. I got some friends that do own stores, and I'm going to get them on here, and we'll talk about it. Now, what you guys need to understand is product is product. So someone selling video games might have something that will work on the phone world. So, guys, we're going to be doing a radio show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And every single show will be put on Mac Mastermind's Reselling His Life page and my YouTube page. So it will be there when Reselling His Life website is built. I will advertise it up. And once I get the advertising packages down pat, I will let you guys know for anyone that does want to advertise on here. If you're starting out on eBay, you want to get your eBay out there and all this other stuff. I mean, it doesn't matter what you want to do. We'll get it out there, okay? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Make sure you click and make sure you listen to the show tomorrow. It's at 10 p.m. Central. I'm almost positive I got it set up right. There was a little glitch, but right now it's 10 p.m. Central. I will let you guys know if that changes. I'll talk to you guys later.